All right, Aquarius, let's get right into your reading. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June 2025? All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? All right, you got one of my favorite cards, Aquarius, that High Priestess. And then you've got some interesting news coming through as it relates to money. Somebody wants to give you money and then they retract on that offer. That's the first thing that popped out at me, Aquarius. So let me know. Well, you probably won't let me know, but this Page of Pentacles is telling me someone says, hey, let's work together. I'm going to pay you something. And then suddenly they change their mind. All right. So, you know, don't get too excited too soon if somebody says, hey, let's do this deal, and then they back out. That's what I'm seeing in that first week of June. All right, so High Priestess, one of the most powerful cards in the tarot deck, one of my favorite cards because that's one of the cards of the Divine Feminine. And when we talk about the Divine Feminine, we don't necessarily mean women or gender, you know, this female specific gender, but what it does mean is that you kind of have this Midas magic touch with whatever it is that you do. And a lot of times, once you put your energy and attention into something, it blows up. It's very successful. All right, so you're going to use that to your advantage in the month of June 2025 because people trust you and they want to connect with you and they want to serve you. You know, not like in a bad way, but they just want to be on the team. And you're going to be able to leverage that to do what you want to do. All right, not in a malicious or manipulative way, but it does mean that you're going to have some opportunities as a result of other people in your life, like other people wanting to connect or wanting to support you. So that's a very powerful position for you to be in, Aquarius. Now, here's the thing. I'm looking at these cards here. Two of Wands, 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. This is that situation where I said someone's going to back out of a deal. But what I'm also getting here is that you're actually going to be guided to pivot because you have new information coming in. All right, so when we think about money and when we think about, you know, business, work, success, all those things, sometimes it's not just a straight journey. And sometimes we have twists and turns and things. And I feel like what you thought you were going to be doing as it relates to money and business, now you have to change that. All right, because the old system or the old dynamic is no longer working in the sense that it is no longer profitable for you. Okay, so, and this applies whether you have a business, whether you have a job. I'm getting that you're going to need to change how you do things, because maybe the industry you're in is changing. Maybe the people you work with are changing. So you're going to have to do some things differently. Okay. Now, don't be afraid to eliminate something very quickly. Now, as this relates to your money, what the heck am I talking about? You know how sometimes you think you need something for work? You actually don't. You don't, Aquarius. So that 8 of Swords, and then I'm getting that with the 5 of Cups. All right, so what I'm getting intuitively is that you thought you needed to do something a certain way and you actually don't. And if you do something different from that, that's going to be more profitable, more financially beneficial. All right, so don't be afraid to walk away from something because that's what that 5 of Cups is. And then you have a huge breakthrough with that Ace of Swords. Now we also have the Star card in the reverse. I'm getting two things with that. Number one, some of you need to pay attention to your health. Remember, health is the true wealth. And also, I'm getting that a lot of you, I shouldn't say a lot, a few of you are going to be attracting a lot of attention you're not ready for. But here's the thing, that attention is going to create an opportunity to make money. All right, so ride that wave, lean into it, because I feel like some of you are about to blow up in some way, probably on social media, maybe in the company you work at. But a lot of attention is going to come your way and you're not expecting it. But again, it's going to create some opportunity. This happens in that second week of June. Queen of Pentacles, this is not a good time to invest. That's all I got for that one. Nine of Pentacles, don't be afraid to spend money on something that's going to help you do what you do better. And I also get that this could be hiring somebody or paying somebody. Like maybe you already have somebody working for you, but if you pay them a little bit more, they can actually do a lot more for you. Don't be afraid to spend the money on something that's going to help you make more money. All right, that's what I'm getting with that card. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for, ooh, nice, the month of June 2025. What do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? All right. So the second half of June, Aquarius, something is bothering you. And I feel like this is something in your personal life, surprisingly. This Nine of Swords is telling me there's something that's bothering you and it's affecting your work. Not like it's stopping you from making money, but it's something that is, it's either upsetting or it's distracting. And so it's like heavy on your mind. So it could be something going on in your personal life, but just understand, it doesn't have to get in the way of you making the money you want to make, right? Like, still got to get the work done. Now we have the Three of Pentacles. This is you being admired by a lot of people by what you do. Okay, people think that you're fantastic. They think that you're the best. They think that, you're somebody that really knows what they're doing, knows their stuff. And so you get recognized for that. We got that Ace of Pentacles. That is the card of new money coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a brand new stream of income, Aquarius. It could be a one-time thing, but usually it's not. When I see that Ace of Pentacles, it means a brand new source of income is on the way. So it could be a new job for some of you, could be the launch or start of a brand new business, or it just could be an additional stream, another layer of money on top of doing what you already do. Then we've got the Magician card. That's you being resourceful, using what you have in order to get what you want. Now, the Magician is also that card of alchemy, meaning no matter what he has or she has, the Magician always figures out how to make it work to their advantage. All right, so again, that's a very powerful card, and it's a huge win. And even though your reading so far is telling me to tell you, Aquarius, that you have to pivot, it's going to work out. If you have to do something different, it's going to work out. This Death card talks about slow changes happening. All right, so in a way, that's kind of good because it gives you time to adapt, right? You don't have drastic changes, but it does mean you do have some changes that are affecting every aspect of your life. Okay, so that definitely can impact your money, your focus at work. But the nice thing is, like I said, is you have time to adapt. I think I want one more card. I feel like I want one more card for Aquarius. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so as we close out June, like this is going to be, June 2025 is going to be your month, Aquarius, like seriously. You're making money, you're pivoting, you're making changes, but it's only attracting better things to you. All right, so don't be afraid to do something different because you're going to unlock a new layer of success and a new layer of income. All right, again, it's not time to invest for you the month of June. All right, we got the Queen of Pentacles twice. In both times she was in the reverse. That tells me to tell you that June may not be the ideal time for you to invest, although I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying what the cards are telling me. We have the Three of Swords. This is good because whatever happens here, that emotional stuff that's heavy on your heart, it looks like within the following week, things kind of work out. All right, so this is good. This is that card of healing, release, forgiveness, settling those emotions that could be upsetting. This is the card of inner work, financial support and assistance, unexpected good luck. All right, so there's some things you need to work on, Aquarius, as we all do. None of us are perfect, but there's some things you need to work on within yourself in order to be that better version of you that you know you can be. Because when you kind of tackle some of that inner stuff that you're dealing with, again, it just allows you to be more diligent in making the money you want to make. All right, so it could be bad habits, could be negative thought patterns, whatever it is, work on that because it's just going to help you make more money. Financial support, here's the thing. Somebody, again, I'm getting this probably from the same cards we talked about earlier. Somebody says, yes, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then they don't show up, or they flake, or they underdeliver what they promise. But the real star of the show is this Wheel of Fortune. Being in the right place at the right time, making the money you want to make, Aquarius. Serendipity, it really is the good luck card. I wouldn't be surprised if something dramatic happens in your favor at the end of the month. And really, it wasn't anything that you orchestrated. It was just something that you just happened to be in the right place at the right time. All right, so that's a huge win. A huge win for you, Aquarius. All right, so June is going to be good. June is going to be good. Like I said, you have to pivot, but changing or adapting is going to cause you to make even more money and create even more opportunities in your favor. All right, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with a career and money oracle card. Ooh, look at this. It says coffin, bad investment, financial challenges, savings. Now remember, the Queen of Pentacles is telling us June is not a good month for you to invest, all right? Then we have career, office work, night shift, job ending. So for some of you, you may be ending a job, for something better, or maybe to start your own business, whatever the case may be. All right, but the coffin card, the energy is very much, I'm getting like a sit and wait type of energy with this card. All right, so that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. And remember, we'll do this all again next month.